our next contest, we've got a bit of a last-minute lineup change. It was originally supposed to be Lewis Linden competing against Darius Carter, two of the hardest hitters on the Beyond Wrestling roster. Unfortunately, Linden suffering an injury while training for this match earlier in the week. And believe it or not, Jarek 120, just days before he leaves for California, has stepped up to fill the spot. Of course, Jarek 120 with that very emotional speech at the conclusion of his match at Back in Flesh.
Hailing from the kingdom of the Netherlands, weighing in at a very expensive 180 pounds, the debonair millionaire, Darius Carter.
And Darius Carter, somebody that has not done himself any favors. Not very popular with the fans here in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Not very popular with any of the other wrestlers around ringside. Essentially, at the Crises Precipitates Change taping, was looking to break things off with TJ Marconi. But Marconi not even able to make it out to that taping. As a result, actually having to have emergency back surgery to remove the bone chips from his back. We've not seen or heard from him in a number of months. So Darius Carter looks like the lifestyles of the rich and famous, that tag team imploding before he had the chance to dissolve it on his own. But now that Steve Urkel, Darius Carter is going to be competing on his own, again, not doing himself any favors, earning the respect of his peers, especially one Drew Gulak. Jarek 120 stretching before this match. Again, not too much time to prepare for it. It's going to be the first time that Jarek and Darius have tied up. Again, Jarek 120 concentrating on moving to California. So basically picking up things at the last minute, trying to help out Beyond Wrestling. Again, going back to that emotional speech at the conclusion of his match at Back in Flesh, where he was finally able to get a decisive victory over longtime rival KJ Crush. Jarek 120 saying no matter where he lives, Beyond Wrestling will always be his home. Jarek 120, an illusionist, a magician. Sometimes likes to incorporate those magical stylings into his matches to get an advantage over his opponent. That sleight of hand. And right now, Darius Carter taking it to him in the corner, just unloading with a number of strikes before Jarek 120 even has an opportunity. Obviously no respect from Carter, slapping him right in the face. Jarek 120 able to get out of the way, avoiding contact once again with that clothesline. And great form on that step-up Hurricane Rana. Now charging it with the elbow, not allowing for any separation whatsoever. That running European uppercut. And another one. And it looks like he's got his eye set on another one. Darius Carter unable to stand up on his own accord. He might be knocked out just a couple minutes into this matchup. And these two guys are going tooth and nail. Of course, Jarek 120 doing so much to improve his conditioning. Using the P90X workout to get himself in tip-top shape. And look at the speed as he comes charging in with the double knees in the corner. This could be it early on. Going for that lateral press. Darius Carter kicking out. Darius Carter taking a shortcut, going right for the eyes of Jarek 120. And Jarek 120 retreating to the ropes. Darius Carter following him in. Look at these open hand shots, almost like palm strikes. Following it up with that European uppercut. Carter doing the best that he can to make sure that the fans here in Bridgewater aren't getting under his skin, but obviously not concentrating in a way that he wanted to, take it down with that spinning neck breaker. Certainly a breach in his concentration right there, and Jarek 120 once again on top. Darius Carter trying to recover on the floor. He's going to be careful what he's going to turn around into. Looking to get back into the ring. As Jarek 120 comes charging in, Darius Carter's able to get out of the way. Carter perhaps giving himself too much credit, as he turns around and Jarek 120 taking him down with a moonsault on the floor. Almost wiping out some of the fans too. Again, living up to our promise of being the most interactive pro wrestling on the planet. When you come to a live Beyond Wrestling event, it's like no other wrestling show you've been to. If you want to get a better feel for the action, check the annotations over this video. Check the video description. You can see the same version of this match, except I should say this same match, an alternate version without my live commentary, so you can get more of a feel of what it's like to be there in person. I can live with it. It's all right if you don't want to hear this great what do you call it, commentary. Jarek 120 rolling in the ring, resetting the count. Looking to keep the attack to Darius Carter on the floor. Instead, changing up his mind, he's going to take the attack to him in the ring. Jarek 120 perhaps going to be looking to springboard. No, instead climbing to that top rope. Perhaps going to be coming off the top of the double knees. Oh, but Darius Carter able to sweep out the leg. Jarek 120 getting caught. Ribs first in that top table. And Darius Carter just kicking the second rope into his throat. Another shortcut from Darius Carter. Now, very precariously positioned. I'm not sure what Darius Carter had in mind right there. Perhaps running, looking to hit a vertical suplex on the apron. Oh, instead again, ribs first. Onto that top turnbuckle. And Darius Carter's not done. Oh, the impact of the kick. And Jarek 120 tumbles to the floor. Take another look at that. I want to talk about a potential knockout blow. And Darius Carter seeming to be more content to taking that moment. You know, he's all about making a statement, a debonair millionaire. And I think that now he is new to the ranks of the singles division here in Beyond Wrestling. I mean, he's certainly not only to make a statement to his opponent, but all the other wrestlers that are watching what's going on right here. Now just taunting Jarek 120 to get back in the ring. And Jarek rolls underneath the rope to break the count. He's unable to defend himself. Carter once again looking to target that midsection. How disrespectful, just wiping his feet out on the chest of Jarek 120. The official checking on Jarek 120. Jarek saying that he's still able to compete. Darius Carter once again kicking that rope into the throat. Looking to take away the wind. Obviously, Jarek 120 has improved his conditioning so much, but if you can't breathe, you can't fight. Now Carter burying the knees in the midsection. Finishing that combination with a butterfly suplex. Going for the pin, this could be it. Jarek kicks out. Now Darius Carter continuing to target the torso. Instead of targeting the chest, looks like he's going for the back. Just doing as much damage as he can with those elbows. And again, curtsying to the crowd. I mean, so far, Darius Carter has been very effective with his offensive onslaught. Now looking to slow things down with that ab stretch. Again, which has been consistent with his game plan coming into this match, but again, taking that shortcut. Trying to add insult to injury. First we saw him with the fish hooking, and now holding onto that top rope for added leverage. We see the referee in a position where he's checking on Jarek 120's condition, and unfortunately from this vantage point, he can't see what's going on. Now the official smartening up. Jarek able to find a counter with that hip toss. Let's see if Jarek can swing the pendulum of momentum back onto his side. Carter comes charging in, gets caught with that elbow. He's got tunnel vision, sight set on Jarek once again. This time both boots get up. Oh, but take it down with that tilt world backbreaker. Now he's got the leg hooked. Jarek having to dig deep to kick out. Now Darius Carter bringing Jarek 120 to the center of the ring. Getting those long limbs of Jarek 120. If you're going to be looking for a submission victory over him, that's where you're going to have to do it. Now Darius Carter using his leg strength to try and squeeze some of the life and do more damage to the torso of Jarek 120. Jarek 120 is really struggling to hold on here. You can see the pain etched on his face. You got to think that he's going to be looking to give it up, but again, trying to create an opening for himself. Able to connect, flush with a few of those elbows. Get it? Flush, royal flush, card tricks. Come on. A wild haymaker from Jarek 120, finding the mark. Able to block Darius Carter's attempt once again. And a third. Now a fourth. Jarek 120 unloading on Darius Carter. Carter able to put the reversal on the Irish whip. Regardless, Jarek 120 that flying forearm. Now that European uppercut. Oh, but Darius Carter's out of the way at the spin kick. He had that one scouted. And Jarek 120 falling down on the mat. Able to connect with that knee strike. Gonna wonder what damage he did to his torso. Not able to connect with that kick. Now stumbling away. Oh, caught right again, right underneath the chin. You can tell Jarek 120 almost fighting on instinct alone. Sometimes you gotta be cognizant enough to switch up your strategy when the time calls for it. Darius Carter, again to his credit, has really done some serious damage to Jarek 120. Oh, now just dumping him on that knee with that gut buster. But instead of going for the pin, slapping his opponent in the face. Telling you, Darius Carter really looking to send a message. And instead of wasting 10 or 15 seconds before going to the pin, this is what he should have been doing all along, hooking the leg. Well, the bell sounding. I don't think the ref called for it. A little bit of confusion in the ring. I think our audio guy is trying to find himself a spot on Botchamania. Well, let's see how either man can capitalize on this distraction. Doesn't look like it's shaking Darius Carter too much. His sight's still set on doing damage to Jarek 120. And now going up to the high-rent district. You hear the fans calling for 5 more minutes. The match officially still underway. But it's through that distraction, Jarek 120 able to find a couple shots in the midsection. Now with that headbutt, but before he can build any momentum, Darius Carter again going for the eyes. Jarek 120 able to shrug it off. And once again, perhaps what he was looking to connect with earlier in the match, just that flying knee. A nasty knee strike. But Jarek 120 spent. Got the officials checking both guys, now putting the count. If neither man can get to his feet by the 10 count, we're going to have a draw. Whoever's up to his feet first is going to have that decisive advantage. I mean, Jarek 120 has been on the receiving end of some serious punishment for going on close to 10 minutes. I don't know if he caught him as good as he wanted to with those flying knees off the top. I mean, Darius Carter having to use the ropes to try and pull himself up. Same can be said for Jarek 120, and we're at a proverbial stalemate. Carter fighting off the first strike. Jarek responded with a European uppercut of his own. Of course, we had originally intended to see Darius Carter versus Lewis Linden, but Jarek 120 proven to be a sound striker in his own right. Taking off the elbow pad. Nothing but bone to face. And Jarek 120 getting caught in the throat by Darius Carter. Again, looking to shrug it off. Trying to fight back. Showing that heart, calling himself the king of heart. But certainly see the heart and resilience. Darius Carter so far, I mean, his strategy has been very well executed in this match. Oh, got caught with that wild kick from Jarek 120. Looking to hit anything that he can at this point. Going for that sequence once again. We saw the elbow, we saw the European uppercut. Is he going to be able to connect with a kick this time? Instead, getting Darius Carter and just dumping him on his head with that half and half suplex. Darius Carter might be out. The leg is hooked. 1, 2. Oh! I don't think that Darius Carter even realized how close he was to that bottom rope. Perhaps he could have saved himself some energy if he could have got his leg on that bottom rope. Now Jarek 120 going to be looking for that signature split leg moonsault. Does he have what it takes to nail it? Oh, getting his leg caught. And that split second is the difference between connecting with a move like that and getting your opponent getting your knees up. He's knocked out. 1, 2. I don't think that Darius Carter even needs to put his feet on the ropes. And as a result, the ref seeing it out of the corner of his eye and not even finishing the count. I think that Darius Carter would have had Jarek 120 beat with that boot to the side of the head. I don't know how Darius Carter can be arguing with the official at this point. That was a mistake that he made, and a stupid one at that. Jarek 120 with a flash pin, that jackknife. These two guys are really pretty beat up. Certainly can see not moving with as much finesse as they did earlier in the match. You gotta think that Darius Carter was gonna be looking for another one of those tilt-a-whirl backbreakers. Instead, Jarek 120 with the reversal, just dumping Darius Carter on the back of his head with that reverse DDT. And Jarek 120 once again looking to come off the top. I mean, with as much damage has been done to his torso, really struggling to get to the top. And as a result, Darius Carter able to move out of the way. And just taking too much time. And Jarek comes charging in and gets elevated up and over, able to catch himself on the apron. Putting on the brakes. Ooh, responds with a kick. Now, unbelievable, able to springboard himself and the balance. Carter catching him, and what a vicious backbreaker. That's gonna do it. Oh! Jarek 120! Tell you what, if this guy's looking to make an impression before he heads off to California, I mean, who knows the next time we will see Jarek 120 here at Beyond Wrestling. If this truly is his final performance, he's going out with a bang. He still does not have this match won. And there we saw Darius Carter kicking away the cards of Jarek 120. You're going to wonder if Jarek 120, I mean, so far he's been wrestling a pretty straight match, but if he's going to be relying on any of those visual illusions to gain the advantage, I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures. See Darius Carter trying to eliminate one of those elements with the card trick. But now the hypnosis from Jarek 120. Darius Carter must have sensed that it was coming, but couldn't do anything about it. Magic indeed.
Kiss the ring!
Ow! Tell him to kiss the ring, just spiked him head first in the mat.
I've got a knife up my sleeve. You don't have sleeves.
Now bringing Darius Carter up to his feet. And taking him down with that Canadian Destroyer. With the momentum carrying Carter out of the ring. I don't even think that Carter knows where he is right now. But the saving grace, able to slip to the floor. If Jarek 120 had him square in the center of the ring, Carter would be done for. The referee putting on the count. Carter's out. The impact to the top of the head. Being forced to kiss the ring, and then that flipping pile driver. I'd be surprised if Carter could even continue. Forced by Jarek 120 going to the floor. He reset the count. Looking for a clean victory right in the center of the ring. Now he's got the leg hooked. Is that going to be enough? Well, unfortunately, too much time has passed. Jarek 120, he's not done. He's got something else in mind. Ah, perhaps going to be going for that super kick. Sizing up his opponent right here. Oh, catching Darius Carter in the mouth. I don't think that was the knockout kick that he was looking for. And I can't even imagine the pain that Darius Carter is experiencing right now. But this time, he's able to get out of the way of that kick. Another shot to the midsection. That might have even been a little bit low. And Darius Carter running in with that face buster. Both knees to the point of the jaw. 1, 2, 3. And taking another look at that, I mean, Darius Carter hit that move with absolute perfection. You're going to wonder if Jarek 120 was able to hit that kick, that knockout kick that he was looking for. He would have been able to pick up the victory. But again, just goes to show you how effective Darius Carter was in this match at disabling his opponent. And now Darius Carter with a big win. That's not the send-off that Jarek 120 was hoping for. Darius Carter moving up in the ranks with another victory. Now really taking in this victory right here. I don't think the fans of the other wrestlers want to celebrate with him. I mean, he definitely got the better of Jarek 120 tonight. Well, Jarek 120 again trying to go out on a high note even though he lost. Certainly looking to shake the hand of his opponent, who just ends up spitting in his hand. Darius Carter is reprehensible. Again, that's a tough loss for Jarek 120. How smug is this guy? So proud of himself. Oh, we've got Drew Gulak getting in Darius Carter's face right now.
Shake the kid's hand.
You're in my way. Move.
Shake the kid's hand.
I'm not shaking anyone's
Why not?
Shake his fucking hand, right?
I mean, honestly, it was a hard-fought match. I think that Darius Carter should shake Jarek 120's hand, especially since Jarek was the one extending it. Of course, Drew Gulak a little aggressive. I don't know if that was the approach that I would have taken. Of course, Drew Gulak, he came up short against Darius Carter at the Crises Precipitates Change taping, a DVD available at lookmynofans.com and SmartMark Video. One of our best studio tapings to date. And I think that maybe Drew Gulak has talked some sense into Darius Carter. Are you kidding me? What is wrong with this guy? And Drew Gulak charged on the ring. This guy is livid. I want to talk about a maniac. Darius Carter being forced to hightail it to the back.